normalize it. It's not normal. It's not acceptable. Not in America. How do you stop the normalization of speeches like this?
Number one, you focus on it. And you have this conversation because there's a lot going on in America and the world today. And I think this is one of the most important things happening because the larger story, and I'm going to keep saying this over and over again, is that Donald Trump can do anything he wants with the most powerful military on the planet. That includes striking boats off the coast of Venezuela, striking Iran, and includes continuing to use our troops as props and to, I think, despicably, shamefully, dangerously politicize them, drag them into his political battles, use them to attack the press and intimidate his enemies. These are very, very important guardrails that guard not just our troops, but our democracy. And every time he does it, he brings our troops lower. He reduces the trust that the country and the world has in them. And it's happening at a time when he's also deploying them in U.S. streets. And I think it's important to remind people, this is not a glitch. It's not an error. This is a strategy. This has always been the strategy, and they keep doing it. It's almost a daily political, inappropriate, unacceptable speech, not just from Trump, but also from Hegseth, from Vance. It's a strategy, and so far they're continuing to do it without anybody stopping them, Congress, their own party, or anyone else.
Paul, I want you to talk just a little bit this question of legality. What happens to service members if they are to receive orders that they believe are illegal?
They have an obligation to resist them. That's one of the most solemn obligations, is to resist any order that you think is illegal. We all learn it when you go to Fort Benning or when you go to basic training. But I think there's a really important thing that the country has to understand. We have to shift that responsibility away from the troops. They will hold that line, yep, but someone else has to make that case. I don't hear any Democrats, I don't hear any Republicans saying that the orders these people are being given is illegal. We're not going to get it from the Justice Department. We might get it from the courts. But I think too often we sit back and ask 18 and 19-year-olds to interpret, legalities of the UCMJ and all this other political maelstrom. When leaders have to cut through this narrative and challenge Donald Trump, I've only seen, I think, one political leader. Wes Moore came close to questioning whether or not some of these orders are illegal, but I haven't seen a public case being made by anyone to counter him. And I think that's very important in this moment, to have that conversation, not just with the troops, with the American people, and help refine what it means to give an illegal order and be specific in what they are recommending is that they consider as an illegal order.
Every excavator, every excavating machine of any kind has hydraulic, but somebody decided to use magnets.
We are back with General Hertling, Sam, and Paul. All right, Paul, that went on for about another 2 minutes. He's cast doubt on magnets and water before, suggested China is behind their use. But if you are a member of the armed services and you are standing behind him listening to that, what is going through your mind?
How long until we get to lunch? This is literally a captive audience. And I think today's a really interesting day in America. It's kind of a giant split screen. Last night, millions of us stayed up till 3 in the morning, East Coast, to watch the World Series and to see a transformative leader in Shohei Ohtani, who's honorable, who's respectful, who honors his opposition in the game. And on the other side of the screen, you saw this. A dishonorable, disrespectful leader who is unhinged, who is undisciplined, and doesn't seem to have a connection to the people he's talking to in any given moment. And if he does, it's a nefarious one. So I think it's really important that we recognize that the whole world can see this. Our allies are concerned, our enemies are celebrating. But I always, remind folks, our kids are watching. I mean, this is the commander-in-chief. This is an unstable, disrespectful person who, most importantly, doesn't care about the rules. He continues to be a steamroller that barrows through anything and any norm without any concern for the rules. And I'm going to continue to press the question for folks within his own party, and especially the opposition. What are you going to do to stop him? I think that's the most important question for any elected leader in America right now.